guys. So today, the moon is in Pisces, currently in an opposition with Venus, and it will be inching closer throughout the day. And by about 6:37 p.m., the moon will go conjunct Saturn. So the moon is moving closer and closer towards Saturn today. By the end of the evening, it will be going into a conjunction. Now, the moon in astrology, what we want to do is think of it like us traveling through the zodiac, going through our days, going through the ups and downs of being human. We all have a body. We all have a physicality. We also all have the sun. Okay? But the moon anchors the other transits into our reality. So when the moon goes around and makes aspect, hits like a square, an angle, hits an angle with any of the other planets, it will activate those planets. It'll activate the energies and the archetypes of those planets, what they're going through in our life. Okay, so Saturn being back in Pisces, revisiting that chapter, we could be feeling a little bit of that. We could be feeling this kind of I just can't get over the whole hopeless romantic part of Saturn and Pisces, because Saturn is about distance, it's about coldness, it's about longing. But in Pisces, the romantic, the poet, let's just see what comes up. Let's see what signs we need to look at today. We have Pisces. Was I not just mentioning Pisces? And we have Leo. Okay, so Pisces is a significant sign today. You could be a Pisces. You could have Pisces in your big three. You could have something, any planet around 10 Pisces. I'm curious about the Swan. Okay. And then we have Leo. So Leos could also be significant. Could have something around 20 Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We might have these archetypes come up. We're going to talk about that. Maybe we'll read about these sea monsters. Whatever the fucking... Look, and there's Saturn. There's Saturn. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, in exile. You see how they use exile, because this is an antique deck from the 20s. In exile. And you see that's the Saturn. That's the glyph of Saturn. Don't look at my broken nail. That's the glyph of Saturn, okay? Because Saturn is the furthest planet from the sun that could be seen with the naked eye in traditional astrology, right? This deck was actually made before Pluto was even discovered. Pluto was discovered in 1930. Saturn is the one that means death. Saturn is the one that means decay. Saturn is Father Time. We don't need to look to Pluto, to the sky for that, okay? But anyway, and so I do think that Taurus might also be a significant sign today, because when I stopped shuffling on the bottom of both these decks, we have the King of Pentacles and we have the Hierophant. Now, I don't like to think of the Hierophant as a Taurus card, but it does have some similar qualities, okay? The Venus part relates to the 5 part. Taurus is a Venus ruled sign, but this is more of a Jupiterian card for me. I like the sexy Hierophant. It's my birth card. But anyway, Taurus could be significant. This is also like, we could be talking commitment here. We could be talking stability. This is a card of commitment. And the King of Pentacles, he's the commitment king. He's the earth king, He's grounded. He's stable. If we're going in order here and we're learning the lessons as we go, then he's had to activate his fire with the King of Wands. He has had to activate his heart with the King of Cups. He's had to activate his mind with the King of Swords. And then we get around to the Pentacle. He could be the Emperor. So we could be talking to the Divine Masculines today. All right. So listen up if you're a Divine Masculine. I'm rambling a lot already. Let's get into it. Jeez Louise. All right. Messages, guidance, advice, please. All right. Here we go. Oh, excited energy. 7 of Cups. Very Pisces. Very Pisces with these fish, right? I don't always think that with the 7 of Cups. I usually see this as a Neptune card, right? Which is funny. Yes, Neptune is a outer planet. It's a newer planet. And the modern astrologers decided to take Neptune and put it as the ruler of Pisces. This is what I'm saying, guys. If you have not heard me ramble about this, listen up. Pisces is not ruled by Neptune. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, okay? Aquarius is not ruled by Uranus. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, all right? Scorpio is not ruled by Pluto. It's ruled by Mars, okay? Get these things out of your head, all right? That all being said, all right, the reason why the modern astrologers took these modern planets and put them as these secondary rulers is because they have similar qualities, okay? So Neptune can have like a Piscean kind of thing about it. But Neptune is a lot more boundaryless than Pisces is. Like Pisces is the ocean, right? And it's almost impossible to count the drops of water in the ocean. But it still has boundaries. It still has a container. There still is an edge to the ocean. Neptune, there are no bounds to Neptune. Neptune is like the Holy Spirit. Neptune is the space between everything that then becomes everything. All right? Anywho, little aside there. Seven of Cups. I do call it my Neptune card. It can be about delusion and confusion, but it's also, I'm picking up more on fantasy. All right? Usually I go straight. This used to be the scariest card for me. This used to be the scariest card in the deck for me. I'm not going to tell you what it is in my chart that makes that scary, but it has to do with Neptune. Okay? Neptune can be really horrifying until you understand it, until you understand that you create everything. But it can be about delusion and confusion and options, not seeing clearly, right? But it can also be about daydreaming and fantasies. This can be about, it's like, yeah, we have options with the Seven of Cups. We do have options. We always do. Seven relates to the Chariot and the Star, okay? We're getting ready to go through the dark here. So you have to know truly what you want. Okay, well, what else? Interesting. First card to get. I'm feeling more daydreamy with Pisces coming out. But again, someone could also be, like, there could be something being revealed. Yeah, what did I say about the longing? The moon in Pisces. Going conjunct with Saturn by the end of the night. So, Saturn is also about commitment. Saturn is also about, like, responsibility, steadfastness, It's very responsible. So someone could be daydreaming about that. Someone could be daydreaming about the long haul, the long run, good game. Look, and someone's excited. Someone's excited. We got a new beginning on our hands. The reason why I said that is because I also just saw the Ace of Wands. So we'll see if they come back out. Clearly, thank you. Oh my gosh. Ooh, we got the Queen of Pentacles too. We got a match. I love her in this deck. Look, she's all green. She matches me. We got a Queen of Pentacles on our hands. She is stable. She's committed. She is grounded. She's got the earth element in check. Look at her. I love it. I love her. So the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, they're the really sexy ones, because it's like the earth element, right? Which is the body. Okay. So again, we could be talking earth signs here. Don't have to. We all have earth. We all have all of the signs within us. Okay. Get that into your head. Okay. So you might not even know what your other signs are. You gotta check your chart, right? Because we function like every sign somewhere in our life. And it's important to know what areas of our life we function like the different signs so that we can learn to not function like those signs if we don't want to, or we can learn to utilize our power, utilize our strengths, which is our placements in our chart. Okay. This is why it's helpful. This is why it's the Toad Code. You learn your code. You learn your chart, which is your code, your programming, your default settings, okay, so that you can break out of it. This is how you break out of the matrix, is you first got to learn that you're in it. You got to learn what your tendencies are. You got to learn which ways you're being pulled, okay? We got divine counterparts. We have a couple. No, they could already be together, okay? They could already be committed. Right? We don't know though. I'm still getting like the fantasies and shit. So anyway, we gotta keep going. What is my deal? Interesting. There's a lot in that water. We create it all, guys. This is the thing with Neptune. Okay, it's really not that long. That was a fast bird. It's really not that long before the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. And we got like, there's the emperors. Don't struggle so much, okay? We need to let go of the control a little bit. So this is the thing, is the old ways of the emperor are going to be dissolved, all right? By April of next year. Right now, okay, Saturn and Neptune, they were getting close to each other. They came almost together at the first degree of Aries, okay, before they both went retrograde. And then Saturn started retreating, okay? Saturn started went back into Pisces, where it is right now, at the very, very end of Pisces, okay? They're gonna start going forward again. And by April next year, Saturn and Neptune are going to come together. So listen to what I'm saying about the qualities of Neptune and the qualities of Saturn. Now, people think that this is an Aries card, that the Emperor is an Aries. Again, this is something that Toad just thinks is a misconception. Yeah, he has Aries qualities because he is the masculine, and Mars, of course, is a masculine sign, is a masculine planet, but he's not. He's got more Saturnian. Stellar J. I never see stellar J's around here, and it is right looking at me. Okay, we're gonna look up the meaning of stellar J's too. Okay. Angry. Aren't stellar J's like angry and possessive? Aren't they possessive? Why wouldn't you want to be? Okay, but anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Saturn is the structure. Saturn is like the old way. Saturn's the rules. It's like the laws. It's the powers that be. Saturn can represent the government, you know? We're coming into a Saturn-Neptune conjunction. So for the greater collective here, the old ways are dissolving, all right? We have to start fantasizing. We have to start imagining what we want our world to look like, what we want our life to look like, okay? Because most people don't see what's happening, but everything is dissolving. And before we know it, the new ways are going to be put into place, okay? But we need to get clear within ourselves what we want our life to look like, what we want the new ways to be. We got to keep our blinders on, all right? But this is going to go for our personal lives as well. Okay, we need to be doing the inner work because it's the same thing. So if we do the work inside, then it creates the work on the outside. So this is kind of what this is about right now. All right, it's not going to be about struggle and about working till you bleed. Okay, that's not what we do. Okay, this is another thing about the Empress and the Emperor, about the divine counterparts. Okay, so this is what the Emperor does need to have, like, the energy of the Empress within him. He needs to not be like struggle bus all the time. He does need to know how to go with the flow of nature and allow to have this like natural abundance within him. It's not about like hard lines, okay? Now it can be quick. There's a fine line between an Emperor upright and an Emperor reversed. When an Emperor is imbalanced, he either has too much emperorness or not enough. So either too much structure, too much control, too much, you know, or not enough, right? Now, when he's right, so this is an interesting thing that I always mention. I'm going to remind you guys. Now, the Empress is number 3, which is a masculine number. It's an odd number, and that's active, which is masculine, okay? The feminine numbers are the even numbers. So why did they do that? Because when the Emperor puts his rules in place for his family, or if it's like on the greater spin for the community, you know, for his people, whether or not he's the ruler of his household or a community, or, you know, or people, the rules need to be just. Once he puts them in place, once he sets the rules and sets the guidelines and does the work, then it should be easy for the mother and the children, the Empress and the children and the people to just follow those rules, to stay within that bound. So he doesn't have to work that much, you know? He does what's comfortable for him and what's comfortable for the family. And then it allows the Empress to just flow within it, right? And the creation, the act of creating for the Empress it's an active thing, right? But she needs this receptive support of the Emperor in order to do that action. Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Anyway, we might have a Piscean Emperor on our hands. Okay, so the Emperor, the Magician is all the aces in one, right? The Emperor is all the kings in one. The Empress is all the queens in one. We have all of the power. Okay, let's get a little more info about these kings and queens. All right, what is going on with the kings and queens? I'm starting to get focused. I'm all over the place. Someone is just like in space. I like it. It's daydreamy. It is daydreamy. Relax, Emperor. Relax. Relax. All the work that the Emperor does, you know, he does it for the Empress. Otherwise, what's the point? That's why the sun has no reason to shine without something reflecting it, without the moon to reflect it. Emperor and the Empress. My kings. With this King and Queen of Pentacles. What is up with the King and Queen of Pentacles? Sorry. It's so cute. I knew it. Oh my god. You guys. I got the Empress, first of all. So, that's cute. Am I blushing? Someone is... Okay. So we have the Emperor and the Empress. We have the Knight of Cups. So, Knight in shining armor here. Okay. Here's that Hierophant again that I was talking about. There's the sexy Hierophant. I love her. Well, it's just silly because it's supposed to be masculine. It's the masculine element. And usually, you know, the Pope is not showing his titties. But still, I like it because it's my birth card. The prophecy has been foretold. 2 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Okay, whether or not this Emperor and the Empress are already together or not, for some of you guys, maybe you are. Maybe you already met your divine counterpart, right? Maybe you guys are already together. And if that's the case, then you guys might be taking it to the next level. You guys might be moving forward and, you know, this could look like a lot of things. This is really cute. I also got the King of Cups. So someone's in love. I have the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. 2 of Cups. Okay, so this is about reciprocation. If you guys don't know yet, this is about meeting the other. And remember, you can't get to the real 2 of Cups, which is, you know, seeing eye to eye, balance, give and take. They can raise their kundalini together, you know. Anyway, 2 full cups coming together. So someone's coming forward. Someone is like being a knight in shining armor. And it might be a King of Cups character. Now, again, he could be a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. We do have Pisces coming up a lot. Could be a Taurus. Could be like an earth sign. But again, how many times do I gotta say? We have all of them. But whatever it is, like this king and queen, this Emperor and Empress, they really see eye to eye. Now, this deck, they definitely like changed the gender roles a lot. You know, I don't necessarily agree with it just because of the understanding of yin and yang. It doesn't have to be cut and dry, obviously, but we need to have an understanding of these things. They see eye to eye. It's a balance. It's a good balance there. I'm switching decks now. That's crazy. And I'm going to keep Mr. King of Pentacles. Because, wow. King of Cups, huh? I'm telling you guys. All right, let's clarify the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. Okay, please clarify. No. They're both into it. This is a new beginning. Their cups are full. Okay? These 2 people, if you're ever going to get, okay, this is totemism. You can't get to the 2 of Cups, let alone the 10 of Cups. You can't get to a healthy exchange of energy, let alone your happily ever after, if your cup is not full, if you do not know how to keep your cup full on your own. It starts with the 1. This is a system. You cannot go out of order. They're always going in order. So if you start a cycle off with an empty cup, then your 2 of Cups is not going to be balanced. Your 3 of Cups isn't going to be balanced, and so on and so forth. Okay? I think these guys have full cups, and they're ready to move forward. You need to relax your mind. Someone is kind of stressed, but not too bad. You don't have to worry. This King and Queen of Pentacles and the Hierophant. That's the star. 7 to 17. Come back to what you truly want, you know? Attraction. Yeah, I think someone's fantasizing. I wanted to clarify the 7 of Cups. It can also be, there could also be some addiction. Oh, 7 of Cups, you know. Having a lot of cups there. That's just for some. Can be about options. This was the first card, right? Okay, please clarify. Is there anything else I can say about this? Please clarify the Seven of Cups. Ace of Swords. Ooh, and the Ten of Pentacles. A Pentacles, a Pentacle. A Pentacles, a Pentacles, a Pentacles. And the Ten of Cups. You guys. The material fulfillment, the house, the spouse, the kids, the dogs, the legacy, the family. This is a card of family. Oh my God. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is the emotional fulfillment, the love, the family. This is the fairy tale card, the happily ever after. And this is a huge confirmation. This is huge victory, success. It's also cutting through the fog. I'm asking to clarify. And when I get the Ace of Swords, it's like you're thinking clearly, Toad, like you're on to something here. All the aces can be that for me. But it's also like victory and truth. Something is becoming clear. Also, think about the Magician, right? We can have anything we want. And if we truly believe in ourselves, if we're truly like tapping into our power, the Magician, we have all the power. We are manifestors. We are little gods incarnate. Okay? We came here in order to create, in order to be little gods. Okay? So when we know that, when we hold on to this new way of thinking, then Neptune goes from being scary. Neptune goes from being the delusion and the confusion to being what is necessary to create the life of your fucking dreams. The life of your fucking dreams is here. I don't know who I am channeling today, but you are lucky. I also got the Page of Wands. Someone has found their match. Someone's found their match. And like there's so much balance on this table, you know. Come on, one more. And then I'll read these things. Oh my God. Oh, this is exciting. Yeah, there it is again. Ah! I'm gonna break my fucking microphone with this reading. I wanted to get her. I was like, I bet that she's gonna come out. I bet you that we're gonna get the Queen of Cups too. The Sun, I knew it. I was like, I showed it to you guys. And I'm like, okay, maybe. That's what we want. All right, that's of course what I want it to be. But even I was just like, okay, maybe not. Maybe it isn't just this. Maybe it isn't as good as it looks. Maybe it isn't as good as it looks for you guys. But I think it is, guys. Believe it. Claim this shit. You found your match. They are emotionally on the same level. They're both like in love. They're both committed. All right. There might need to be some communication or some, you know, he's gonna go for it. Holy shit. And then this is the ultimate. This is getting through the dark. So someone is about to take their leap, right? Go into the dark. 7, 8, 9. We go through the 17, the star. You have your faith. And then you set off into the dark of the moon. 8, okay? To 9. And then everything becomes clear in the light of day. When we face our fears and we keep our eye on the star and we don't get distracted in the moon and turn around and give up because we don't believe, if you have enough faith and you move forward with that faith, spiritual faith, all will become clear in the light of day. This is joy. This is really nice. No wonder I had this like giddy feeling. As soon as I started doing this reading, I got like giddy. Someone's excited. I just feel like I need something else. I don't want to read. Here's a Black Panther again. Wolfpack. Raccoon. There's that Black Panther. Raccoon. Trash panda. Let's see what about him. 46. Oh yeah, that's right. I read this before. He's like the Emperor energy. He's a generous protector. Raccoon carries the medicine of the protector of the underdog and provider for the young, infirm, and elderly. That's really nice. We have a trash panda emperor. Often called Little Bandit by southern tribes, this Robin Hood of the animal kingdom teaches us about generosity and caring for others. When Raccoon comes your way, you are being asked to contact your inner warrior and become a protector and generous provider for those in need. It's the King of Pentacles. There's a King of Pentacles here. Someone who actually... Because, like, a reversed King of Pentacles would be someone who's, like, stingy, who uses his money for ill means, who uses it as a status symbol, who uses his power, his wealth, whatever it is, his position for ill will. But this is someone who might have like his material world taken care of. His material world is pretty good, you know? And he's using it for the good of others, for the good of his family, for the good of his community, for the good of whatever. For the good. Money is not evil, you know, it's what we do with it. Raccoon medicine people have the uncanny ability to assist others without allowing them to become victims or dependents. Like the tribal chiefs of old, Raccoon tends to the needs of the tribe before taking anything for itself. Oh, this King of Pentacles. A troop of raccoons scouting for food is often a hilarious exercise in generosity. After rolling in the cornmeal of flour, they finally settle on their favorite morsels, giving the best tidbits to their lookout. Raccoons leave a watcher behind when raiding a campsite or mountain cabin, usually the dominant male. God, I love Robin Hood. I love Robin Hood. He's my favorite. Anyway. I love me an outlaw emperor. We got an outlaw emperor on our hands. Love it. Okay. Raccoons leave a watcher behind when raiding a campsite or mountain cabin, usually the dominant male. He is always fed first by the other raiders to honor his vigilance as the group's protector. This uncommon lack of greed is rare in the world of humans, is as rare in the world of humans as it is in the rest of the animal world. While other creatures fight one another for the best of a kill, Raccoon teaches the universal law of giving back to the source of your strength, guidance, and protection. You are also reminded that benevolence and generosity come around full circle to reward the giver. This is so nice. This is a true Queen and King of Pentacles. Like, they're so generous, they're so giving, because they also rule with their heart, you know? They're the emperor and the empress, so they have all of the elements. But today we're talking about what they have to give. These are the receptive elements, the feminine elements, earth and water. Okay? So this is about caring. It's about nurturing for the good. Okay? And then the kings and the queens, they rule with their element. So these guys rule with what they have to give. And these guys rule with their caring, their understanding, their compassion, their love. It's going to come back to them. All the giving that they've done, it's going to come back to them. My heart, guys, this is such a nice love reading. If Raccoon wandered into your cards today, the little bandit may be telling you to look around and see who needs your strength at this time. Speak up in defense of another instead of remaining silent when others are gossiping. Maybe it is time to share the bounty of your time, energy, and possessions with the less fortunate. But remember to help those in need develop their own protector and provider skills. In all cases, Raccoon asks that you honor yourself and others equally. Provide for your own needs, or your well will be dry when you choose to give generously. That's like keeping your own cup full. So again, this guy has enough to give. Chiefs earn their eagle feathers when they promote every human's right to self-dignity. Acting in this manner brings the same honor to yourself and your family. Someone. Hold on to him, ladies. Hold on to... it's not going anywhere. This is as stable as it gets. This is about as stable as it gets. Believe it. You have to believe it. Remember, believe that you're the emperor. Believe that you're the empress. Walk tall. Okay, well, there's one last thing that I forgot to do, which is, because I'm editing the videos now, and I forgot about the Stellar J. So I want to look up for you guys. What's the story with the Stellar J? Seeing a Stellar J might symbolize a need to express oneself or to be more aware of one's surroundings and opportunities available. Yeah, like go after what you want, like, stay the fuck away from my nest or something like that, you know? They symbolize bold, fearless energy and the power of presence and how to use personal power effectively. Intelligence, courage, family, and wealth. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. What the fuck? This is interesting. Family and wealth. Yeah, I think that's what this is about. Because of the whole King and Queen of Pentacles, with the stability and the commitment coming up. Folks with the J totem also form strong family bonds and understand that the family unit does not have to be mainstream to be successful. They're also good at working towards future goals, often storing and gathering resources for future use. These people are efficient at managing material wealth. King of Pentacles. And are well suited to careers such as money management and banking. Highly creative and artistic. J-totem people are intelligent and experienced problem solvers. This is really interesting. Interesting, guys. It's also protection. Okay, so there's this strong protective quality with the stellar J's. Blue, again, blue is significant. Okay. Oh, very good reading, guys.